What's up, good people? Have you ever thought about starting a home service business? Well, maybe now is the time for you as an aspiring entrepreneur, or maybe you already own a home service business and you want to venture into an alternate revenue stream. In this episode, I'm going to give you my top 5 home service businesses to start in 2025 and a little bit of insight on each one. So let's get started. Number 5, gutter installation. Don't sleep on this trade. This trade is starting to blow up in the industry, and I'll tell you why. Number 1, it is a need-based service. That's right. When you have a need-based service, you have a lot of leverage, which means customers need your service because without it, something could get broken, damaged, or ultimately without it, it could cost some more money. For example, if a house it could ruin flowers, it could ruin a really nice landscaping. It also could create drainage issues. I can't tell you how many times as a house painting contractor, we run into rotting door jambs or rotting doors from rain slapping onto concrete and bouncing back onto a door. So ultimately, you're utilizing leverage here as a gutter installation company to ultimately sell more jobs and have, in my opinion, the phone always ringing, especially if you create a really great buying experience. You obviously have an awesome online presence, all of the things we talk about in my many other videos about standing out. But really what this is about is understanding that this niche is a very, very, really, in my opinion, an easy niche to jump into, and more importantly, a high demand niche. If you do any research, you'll notice that there's only between 4,000 and 6,000 registered gutter installation companies in the United States. This is absolutely crazy. And really what's happening is in order for these gutter installations to happen, the demand is so high that roofing companies are actually the ones that are taking on this service. You can step right in, you could specialize in gutter installation, and there's a lot of great upsells like leaf filters and different things like that that you can add on as a service. So highly consider gutter installation. That is number 5. Number 4, if you're looking to get into home service, low startup cost, really just day one, start making money. Now, we talked about gutters. That may require a little bit of skills when it comes to doing those cuts, and you might need to invest a little bit into the machinery to do it. But let's talk about one of the easiest home service businesses to jump into. That's going to be pressure washing. Pressure washing and soft washing, which is an emerging type of service, is a game changer for those of you out there that really just want to get into the home service business. You want to get your feet wet, no pun intended, and you want to start making money soon. You can really ultimately rent equipment and really just start taking on jobs with minimal insurance, a truck, a trailer, and you're in business. One of my recommendations if you start to take on the pressure washing or soft washing industry is you want to make sure that your mindset is you are not going to be doing the washes because you can only do X amount per day. This could lead to burnout and ultimately could really limit your growth. So the mindset needs to be, how can you scale it? And more importantly, how can you find recurring, or you can find a larger contract type of business? Doing one house at a time is really not a sustainable business model unless you're really just looking to make or replace your maybe 9-to-5 income. But if you're looking to scale a business, you need to get in with apartment complexes, you need to get in with commercial style jobs. More importantly, you need to start looking into reoccurring revenue by selling maintenance packages to homeowners and really expanding your book of business. But what I like about the washing industry is there's so many elements of a house that you can wash. You have the driveway, the walkway, you have the home itself, you have the roof. So there's a lot of different things that you can sell and upsell if you understand this game. Another suggestion I have as a house painting contractor is to call house painting contractors and offer your services to them, because every house that I've ever painted had to be washed first. So this might be a good foot in the door for you. Number 3, house painting. Now, house painting to me is one of the best businesses to start. It is low startup cost. Really, when I first started, I didn't even need to buy a sprayer because you don't need a sprayer to run a house painting business. Highly recommended. But I didn't need one, and when I got one, I simply just financed it with the paint stores. So this made it really easy for me to get up and get going. One thing that I would love to tell you is that the house painting business is a business that is in increasingly high supply, which means this business is being flooded with individuals that are seeing the value, which shouldn't scare you, but more importantly, it should help you understand that the demand is there. I mean, you got to understand that there's so many elements of a house that can be painted, and it's one of the only industries where you can perform the same service on the inside and the outside for same or equal or greater value, which means you can paint the inside of a house and the outside of the house. You can't, do gutters on the inside of a house. So ultimately what that means is that the market for painting is enormous. That's why if you look it up, there's hundreds of thousands of registered painting businesses. But what's also great is that you have so many sectors of house painting. You have new construction, commercial, residential repaint. In this specific video, I'm focusing on the repaint market. I know that there's companies out there that just repaint front doors, just repaint garage doors. There's obviously companies like us that paint, the whole exterior and the whole interior. So what's great about this is there's so many resources if you want to start a house painting business, including many videos on my channel. Of course, that is number 3. House painting business is a great business to get started in 2025. Number 2, I think that there's great opportunity in floor installation in 2025. And the reason I'm saying this is because back in the day, you didn't really have great different types of floors like snap down floors like LVP. Well, there had to have been laminate, but LVP has really taken the world by storm. It's a malleable style type of floor. It can bend, it's flexible, it can be installed in bathrooms, and best of all, it can be installed on top of existing flooring. Now, what's great about this is you don't have to worry about demolishing tile to get installations done. You can simply learn how to cut and install LVP. Trust me, people are DIYing this all over the place, and there is a demand for it. Here's how you're going to find work. Simply just go, obviously you want to get all your stuff in order, get your ducks in a row, get your LLC, get your insurance. Then you're going to want to go into flooring stores with a nice business card with your W-9 in hand, and you want to say, hey, I install floors. Please keep us in mind for your customers that come in and look for floors. You can partner with Home Depot, and of course you could do your own marketing. But let me tell you this, the flooring industry is exploding, and ultimately you have an opportunity to capitalize on that growth. Simply put, you really only need 2 employees to get floors installed at a time, which makes it to where you can have a really good profit margin to get started. Obviously, there's upsells in the floor space, which I believe are really good, like installing baseboard. Of course, if you have a good carpenter, you can add all sorts of things when it comes to trim work while the floor is being done. And of course, if you want to take it up a notch, you can get a tile installer to come in and do tile and in some cases removal. So it really depends on how far you want to go. For us, whenever we've done floors, which is an add-on that we offer in my painting business, really what you could do is you can simply just add LVP and nothing else, and you're still making a really healthy profit margin on flooring installation. Now, one cool thing about this, generally speaking, you have nothing to do with the cost of materials. That is 100% on the customer. They purchase the floor, you provide the labor. If you want, you can offer to purchase the floor, but it varies so much in cost, you may not want to do that. So it's completely up to you. But I think number 2 is definitely going to be floor installation in 2025. This market is exploding. And number 1, my absolute favorite home service business to start. I like this option because it's scalable, it's in high demand, it is a want-based service, which means there's high profit margins, and that is going to be epoxy floor coating. Now, what I want you to understand is this is something that almost no one would say no to if it were offered to them for free. And the reason why I'm framing it like this is because if you look at new construction houses that are being built all over in our economy right now, every single garage floor is a bare garage floor. It looks terrible. It usually has old drywall dust on it from the build, and it really just eliminates the appeal of the garage. When an epoxy garage floor is installed, guess what? That now becomes a functional space. It's a fresh feeling. I've personally had epoxy done, and I can't tell you, I love it. I think it's one of the best upgrades someone can do affordably to enhance an entire space. Now, what's great about this service is one of 2 things. I love that if you market it on Facebook, you're going to get a lot of leads simply because people are very interested in the before and after effect of this service, which gets people interested. So you're going to get a ton of leads. What I also love about it is you can pretty much knock out a job a day if you're using the right products. Now, I want you to, if you're interested in this, I want you to look up one-day floor coatings. I want you to get into polyaspartic coatings, and if you really become a student of this game, you could sell an epoxy garage floor or a polyaspartic garage floor for anywhere between $2,000 and $6,000 for a basic garage with 2 installers, and of course, you know, obviously maybe some quality checks the day after. But ultimately speaking, these jobs are quick, fast, and incredibly predictable. Very scalable business. All you're doing is working on these squares, right? So when it comes to all the other different opportunities that I discussed in this video, there's a lot of elements involved. Every house is different. There's so many different things to do. The reason why epoxy garage floor business is #1 to me is simply because it's in high demand. A lot of people like it. Our economy, we're building a ton of houses, so there's so much opportunity. And it's not just new construction. Of course, people with, you know, beat up garage floors, you know, see this as an opportunity as well. There's a commercial component that is need based, right? So if you have a, you know, someone that's a mechanic in some capacity, well, guess what? They're going to need that epoxy garage floor done in order to get started in their business. So to prevent oil spills, so on and so forth, or damage from oil spills. And of course, it's a cookie cutter business model. Essentially, the pricing's simple. The key here is understanding that the success is in the sales, and that's a topic for a different day. So those are my 5. Let me recap them with you. #1 is going to be gutters. I love this business. I think there's a great opportunity in it. You have low competition. There's not many companies that are scaling gutter companies yet. This is your opportunity to do that. #4, pressure washing, soft washing. This is great for those of you that want low cost, that want a slow start, and really ultimately want to just get your feet wet in the home service space. You could do it with really just simple machines, and then scale up, get a trailer, deck it out, and then of course hopefully scale multiple crews, have them out there washing, get some commercial contracts, get some reoccurring business, and really start scaling that way. #3, house painting. Gotta love house painting. Obviously, there's so many house painting companies around, but that doesn't mean that you can't be a part of the mix, because a lot of them are outdated. Barely any of them have a sales focus, and really the key is specializing. There's so much to do in the realm of house painting. My secret to success is just specializing, identifying your core customer, and building your business around their wants and their needs. #2, can't forget flooring installation. Not only that, trim installation. It goes hand in hand. Flooring installation is a big business. There's so much demand for swapping out floors, getting rid of old carpet. It satisfies both a need and a want. Competition is low. Not only can you generate your own business, you can go to flooring stores and work with them and be a partner with them and just have them hand you jobs, which I think is an incredible way to get started. And of course, #1, my absolute favorite home service business to start in 2025, that's going to be epoxy garage floors. Obviously, the scalability factor is a 10. I love the simplicity of it. I love how you're working in a controlled space. Generally speaking, you're not going to see too many variables, and again, the demand is so high, it just makes sense. So those are my 5. Let me know in the comments which one you're going to start. Maybe if you want me to go a little bit deeper on those topics, I can in a different video. And don't forget, guys, we have the Contractor Secret School community where I dive into all sorts of different topics, have courses and trainings to help you scale your business. We have a really great hiring course to help you hire employees with a systematic process. And not only that, don't forget about DripJobs. DripJobs is the #1 CRM for home service businesses. Instead of you having to worry about following up with customers, all you do is put their information in. DripJobs will send automated texts and emails contextually, not just random communication that makes customers stop and say, wow, that is professional. We want to create that wow factor for our customers. But not only does it do automated communication, it's going to give you all the tools you need to grow your business, like scheduling, proposals, invoicing, you name it, it's probably in there. DripJobs, check it out at dripjobs.com for a 14-day free trial. So if you got something out of this video and you want me to do more, please subscribe so I know, hey, I'm making an impact. These videos are working. I'm happy to serve you, happy to help, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.